sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Good morning. There's something, big old something in the water there. I didn't do it, you did it. Okay, you ready to come aboard? Come up here. All right, toodaloo. Ow. Oop, almost made a mistake. And another one. Watch it hook. I'm gonna tell you something, those hooks are sharp. Okay. You know, there's no doubt about it. When it comes to fishing, we all make mistakes. We're supposed to. But good fishermen learn from their mistakes. Bass fishing is a mental thing. It's a game of concentration, awareness, being able to adapt, learning to be versatile, being thorough in your approach, always maintaining a high level of confidence, and ruling out the negative by always thinking positive and learning to experiment. To be a better than average bass fisherman, you gotta always be alert to these things. You gotta arrive at a point where you can actually see your lure working and a bass fixing to bust it. Naturally, you're not going to catch fish on every cast, but believing you will and staying motivated, hey, that'll go a long way. It'll keep you alert and make you fish every place much more thoroughly and carefully. If you really want to catch fish, you gotta stay totally tuned in and concentrate on what you're doing. This is probably the most difficult thing about fishing, and that's why it's a common mistake. I have this problem when I'm fun fishing, not really paying attention to what's going on. Forgetting to retie, missing strikes, making poor casts, hanging up, not paying attention to boat position and depth, and the presentation of my lure. But when I really need to catch fish, it's much different. I psych myself up and I work hard on my ability to concentrate on everything I'm doing and everything around me. My cast, the distance of the cast, retrieve speed of my lure, the depth, the boat position, the bait size and color that I'm using, even the water clarity, the type of terrain and cover, plus the wind direction and speed, just to mention a few. Fish. There's one right there. Ooh-wee. Oh, look at that little fat job right there, boy. You wouldn't think that water's as cold as it is. Look at that. I'm gonna tell you what, that little fish has been feeding. You don't think that little job right there hasn't been munching? Yes, you have. Oh. Okay, fatty, let's go home.
Bill Dance Outdoors, Sponsored by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development. Come experience the kind of beauty that can only be made in Tennessee. Go online today for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
A lot of cover out there. Slow retrieve. Just enough to get it to wiggle. See, a fish normally sets the hook on a retrieve. When you're running that bait, when he grabs it, he normally sets it. When you're just barely reeling it like this, it's hard to get a good hook set. They're just not going to hit it if you're just burning the bait. They're just not going to chase it in this cold water. This water right now, 42 degrees. There he is. Had to stop it. Strong fish. In this cover, I've taken the treble hooks off and switched to circle hooks on this bait. Now, these are number 2 Gamakatsu circle hooks, and I can run this bait through cover so much better. There's a tremendous amount of cover out here. What it is an old lily pad field, and the bonnets have fallen off and the stems have fallen over, and it looks just like a jungle down there. And so once I get the bait down, I just stop it and start it. And these circle hooks work so much better than a treble hook. A lot more weedless. So I'm just getting it out there, and once I get it out there, 4 or 5 fast turns to get it started. And then I'm just slowing it down to just a crawl. And then I stop it, start it, stop it, start it. Noticed a while ago, one of the mistakes I mentioned that anglers make is not being aware of what's happening around them. You gotta be alert for clues that'll help you catch more fish. With practice and determination, you can learn to filter out everything that isn't important to your catching bass while sensing everything that is important. We also get hung up spending too much time fishing areas we like to fish instead of fishing the areas the fish like. If the area you're fishing isn't paying off, try something different. Move in or out, fish shallower or deeper. Finding fish requires a process of elimination. You'll never be a well-rounded, versatile fisherman if you don't experiment. You got to learn new techniques and constantly check out new waters. There's one. Whoa, Nelly. That is a strong fish. Pull that whole rod tip under the water. Doesn't look that big, but boy, I'm telling you, he'd pull like a lake freight. All right, easy. Easy there, buddy. That now. Woo! That hadn't missed any meals either, has he? Okay, buddy. Say bye. Thank you. See you. Toodaloo.
Today's show is brought to you by Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. Pure Marine Odor Eliminator eliminates foul fish odors from gear, compartments, and empty live wells. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Ego Fishing and their all-new S2 slider landing nets with the most advanced handle extension technology. Take the battle to the water with Ego. Today's show is sponsored by Monster Marine Lithium. Lighter, stronger, longer. Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. We have an action for you. And by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder.
I thought I had a hit. Look at him. That is so pretty watching that. All right, come on, Buster. That is a pretty fish. Easy. Come on now, easy. I know it. Ain't gonna take long. Whew. Little bitty bait in that big old mouth. Pretty one. Here we go. Yes, sir. All right, we're going home. Fatty. Bye-bye. I'd like to know what's running through his mind. You know, a truly good bass fisherman is one that is versatile, one that can adapt to the seasons, different water temperatures and clarities, use a variety of tackle and different lures, both shallow and deep. And that angler also knows the habits and the habitat of his quarry on different types of lakes, regardless of whether it's a lowland, a midland, or a highland or canyon body of water. Plus, it's essential to know how to fish structure both shallow and deep. That's extremely important. Learning to fish structure requires a commitment to that phase of the sport and an understanding that it requires a lot of study, learning to read contour maps, understanding your electronics, and having tons of patience. It's very time consuming, perhaps the most difficult form of fishing, but one of the most productive for catching lots of fish. Now, don't make the mistake of not including structure fishing in your game plan. It's extremely important. You know, the word structure that we used a little bit earlier is so doggone important. You know, many fishermen mistakenly refer to structure as cover and cover as structure. You know, I hear it all the time. Oh, we planted a lot of structure, you know, around the pier or out there on the point or in the back of the cove. Or you hear that the lake is just absolutely full of structure with timber, brush, or vegetation. Well, I really, you know, let me tell you, that's cover. That's not structure. Consider structure to be the floor of the lake extending from the shallows to deeper water. More precisely, it's the unusual or irregular features on the lake bottom that are different from the surrounding bottom areas. Structure comes in all sizes and shapes. It can be straight or crooked, contain dents and depressions, or be flat. Some are steep, some are sloping, or even burned. It can be shallow or deep, on the shoreline or offshore in open water. Now, if cover is present along structural areas, it will normally make it even more attractive for fish, but only if it's at a depth that the fish are using.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week, brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have the action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Ever wondered what makes one red worm better than another? Is it something they say? Nah. Is it their expression? Absolutely not. What is it? It's where they're born and raised. The nurseries at Wormville. Tell you what, let's take a look. Big, fat, healthy, 3-inch Wormville worms.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And by Garmin Force Trolling Motors, fish with force. Closed caption provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, Chart Plotter Sonar Combos, with their advanced sonar technology, like Panoptic's Live Scope all-seeing sonar. You'll spend less time finding your fish.
Hey, for those of you who prefer to stand and fish for hours and need a little bit of relief, well, I've got the answer for you. It's the Palma Horse Boat Seat. It has Comfort Max Contour tight sling seats, breathable cool fabric, which promotes fast drying, and is mold and mildew resistance. All aluminum construction and has a 1-year warranty. Try one, you're gonna love it.
Come be part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
Here's another mistake that many anglers make that pertains to their equipment. Now, if you're serious about bass fishing, what you want to do, I've said it a lot of times. Back in the early days, I made this mistake. You want to buy the best equipment you can afford. The rod, the reel, the line, the lure, your electronics, the boat, whatever you use. You want to get the best you can possibly buy. Even your tackle box. It will pay for itself in the long run. I promise you. There's no doubt about it. It'll pay for itself in the long run. Buy the best you can possibly afford. It's like this quantum reel. This is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's smooth. It's got a drag system that's as smooth as country butter. The rod, the line I'm using, the electronics that I use, the boat that I fish with. Let me tell you, to be successful at bass fishing, you got to work at it. There are no miracle methods, no secret lures, no shortcuts to the thrill of a strike. And that's why your mental attitude must always be positive. You've got to believe that the next move you make will be the correct one. Don't make the mistake of getting discouraged. Continue to believe that your approach is the best one for you. Oh, there's a horse. Strong too. That's a big old fish right there. Look at that. Here we go, here we go, here they go. Ooh. Look at him. Well, y'all can't see him. I'm saying everybody look at him. Stick your head down under the water and look at him. Stay out of the path. Whew. I knew you was big when I set the hook on you. Boy, you talk about a pretty one. Look at that one. Yes, sir. You gotta go. I know you gotta go back. Whew. Look how fat that one is. What a fish. Whew. What a day. What a little bait. Let me tell you, if you fail on a given day, what you want to do is review your procedures that you used and the places you fished. Another thing you want to do is you want to go through the mental exercises and try to find the things that'll let you profit from your experiences. You want to tell yourself that the next time, well, it's going to be different. It's going to be a whole lot different. Above all, never lose the sight of the fact that the reason you love bass fishing is because your quarry is so doggone unpredictable. It's a challenge, and that's why we love to do it. I've enjoyed it. I sure hope you have, and we hope to see you again next time right here.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.